Hello again, everyone. Welcome to Washington Gun Law TV. I am Washington Gun Law President William Kirk. Thanks for joining us. Hey, as you know, we're in the middle of a legislative session. It is February 1st, 2022. We're almost halfway through this legislative session. And as for those of you who've been watching the channel, know that we've been doing a series of videos kind of updating you on what's kicking around. And there are 6 bills that we have really been carefully tracking. And I think it's time that we do some important updates on that. So let's spend a few minutes talking today about important updates from Olympia regarding your gun rights in Washington State. Okay, before we get rolling, you guys know the drill. If you like this video, click the like button down below if you want to stay up to date on issues related to your Second Amendment rights and some of the stuff that's kicking around in Olympia this year. Click that subscribe button down below. Click the little bell logo when you want to be notified when we post new videos. And most importantly, let's keep the comments and discussions coming, especially on these legislative issues here. We need to share our ideas. We need to share our resources. We need to share our thoughts, because this is how we're going to combat this type of legislation. Okay, so I'm going to take these 6 bills in no particular order, and up front I will let you know that not a whole lot is happening yet on any of these, but we got plenty of time. But we're going to take them in no particular order, kind of give you updates of where we are right now. Let's first talk about Senate Bill 5217. There is a companion House bill, that's House Bill 1129, and this, of course, is the ban on assault rifles and assault weapons. Now, again, some of you are going to start freaking out, putting comments down below. Quit calling them that. I get that. I'm using the language that's in the bill. I'm using the language that the legislature is using. Okay, there was a public hearing on this on January 17, 2022, the video of which will be available in the links down below that we're providing for all of these bills. That is the last known activity on that bill. So there was a public hearing on this bill January 17, 2022. As of today, when I checked it, February 1st, 2022, there is no further action pending on Senate Bill 5217, but I encourage all of you to very carefully watch this. The next bill we need to talk about is Senate Bill 5078. Now, there is a companion bill on that. That is House Bill 1164, and that, of course, is our high-capacity magazine restriction. As of January 14th, 2022, that bill was sitting in the Rules Committee. What exactly it's doing in the Rules Committee, I do not know. Obviously, if it stays in the Rules Committee, that means it's not going to the governor's desk for signature. So as of right now, on February 1st, Senate Bill 5078 sitting in Rules Committee. Okay, we next need to talk about what used to be called Senate Bill 5568. We're now calling it Substitute Senate Bill 5568 because there has been some amendments. This is a carving out on the state preemption law. This would allow for counties, cities, towns, and smaller municipalities to carve out their own firearm restrictions as it relates to open carry in certain areas. Now, that bill, as of January 28th, 2022, had passed out of the Rules Committee. So it had gone into Rules Committee, it has come out of Rules Committee, and it was going to be put back on the floor for a second reading. So, unlike the other bills which you talked about, this one has actually gotten a little bit more traction. So we need to be careful on Substitute Senate Bill 5568. You need to carefully track that. Now, there's 3 House bills I also want to keep you guys apprised on. The first is House Bill 1618. There is a companion Senate bill, that's 5846. And this would be the ban on carrying firearms at election offices, polling places, places where they're counting ballots and things like that. On January 21st, that was sent to the executive session, but then there was a note made that no further action was being taken. And at that point, there has been nothing else on House Bill 1618. So the last entry we have, the last data point we have was January 21st, gone to executive session, and then nothing happened. The House Bill 1630 is another piece of legislation we're carefully watching. This would restrict open carry at places where school districts are holding meetings, school district boards are having meetings, things such as that. That bill has gotten a little bit more traction here. So on February 1st, it has now, as of February 1st, it has come out of Rules Committee. That is actually of today, as of today. It came out of Rules Committee and is now back on the floor for a second reading. Now, if this bill passes, this is going to restrict the carrying of firearms at buildings where school districts are using the building, where there's meetings taking place amongst the school district, where the school districts are conducting business. So it could further restrict the places, the geographical locations for which we can carry firearms. Okay, and then finally, we need to be aware of House Bill 1705. Now, this would be a ban on untraceable firearms and 80% lower. So this would significantly affect your Second Amendment rights here in the state of Washington. On January 24th, it was sent to Rules Committee. On January 25th, it came out of Rules Committee, was relieved of any further consideration by Rules Committee, and was placed now back on the floor for a second reading. That is House Bill 1705. Now, remember, the legislative session this year is a short session, which means it will end March 10th. And so if none of these bills can make it to the governor's desk by that date, they will have officially died. There's going to be a lot more activity on this, and we will keep you posted here at Washington Gun Law. Listen, I know you may have more questions about these bills or anything related to your Second Amendment rights, and if you do, don't ever hesitate to contact us at WashingtonGunLaw.com. Or, of course, you can call us directly at 425-765-0487. Now, remember, part of being the lawful and responsible gun owner, like we talk about all the time here at Washington Gun Law, is to know what the law is in every situation and how it applies to you in any instance that you may find yourself. Until next time, thanks for watching. Stay safe.